feel like the first time I ever met you was right around the merge. We'll do that.
No, we actually met a few years prior to that even.
Was it? Because
I'd actually come to Hatch and I had
right, but you were with
the
guy who did fences, Jordan, right? Is that where I met you first?
Yes, that's where it was, and that was before the merge. That was
okay.
At least,
but it was around that same time.
Yeah.
Did you know those two?
Yeah.
Did you meet them at Hatch, or did you know them before?
Who, Jordan?
No,
or Nicole?
Yeah, Nicole, the Pains. Did you know them before?
No, actually, I had met Brian, which is
So did you meet them through me at Hatch?
No.
I was about to say that would have been some sort of
that would have been great, but unfortunately, no.
Okay.
That's not how it worked. No, I met Nicole's husband Brian, who was helping her kind of do the freelancing business that she had going on at a BNI event. I was it was my BNI meeting, and they didn't have me listed as their accountant. He showed up. And I wound up meeting with Brian and Nicole on a regular basis. I've been in the industry longer than Nicole, and I became kind of a mentor for them. And we just kept popping up, like we'd be in Washington, D.C. and somehow run into each other. So we finally said, okay, this was meant to be. Let's go ahead and merge these businesses. And one of the best decisions we've ever made.
What was that business? Flow Accounting or something like that?
Flow Accounting Solutions, correct.
And what was the name of your business at that point?
Analyze My Books.
And so, okay, so you guys decide that it's going to be a merge, that you're going to bring, you said it in such a nice kind of way. I can't remember. It was, you brought the pixie dust or something like that. Like, what did you say? It was.
You brought the superhero powers together.
Superhero powers together, and that created the business. Now, how did you guys come up with the name?
Pixel Financial.
Yeah.
It was actually something Nicole came up with, because we were just trying to play with, like, how do we fit into the small business scheme of things? And we're like, well, we're the building block of the bigger picture. And so we're like, well, it's Pixel.
There you go.
Yeah.
Very interesting. Tim, and so the merge went splendidly. That was 4 or 5 years ago, I guess.
Yep.
I mean, what were some of the things that you learned from that you have now been able to consult with other businesses to say, hey, like when you merge, these are things that you should be looking out for?
Well, first of all, compatibility with the people you're merging with. I mean,
it's a marriage.
Nicole and I, it is a marriage. Luckily, Nicole and I share a brain, and we didn't just walk into it. We didn't just decide to merge and then do it. We felt it out a little bit. We did some collaboration. We did some things that that forced us to work together as a team just to see how it would go. One of the biggest problems we have in our accounting industry is when you have partnerships that haven't done this, and then the partnership, let me tell you, bad breakups, I mean, they're worse than divorces, like contentious divorces. So we wanted to make sure that we weren't doing that we were very straightforward with each other about how we wanted things to work moving forward, what roles we were both going to be playing. And we had a very solid idea that this was going to work before we ever completed the merge.
So when you say projects, you just mean like you worked on clients together type of thing?
Correct. Like, so for example, I had a client project that needed to be done. So I said, okay, Nicole, I'm going to pay you to do this. I wanted to see the quality of her work. I wanted to see how the two of us worked together, and vice versa. She pretty much did the same thing. She's like, okay, I have this client, they need a CPA. We got in there, and it worked beautifully. And to this day, 4.5 years later, we best, like I said, best decision ever made.
Do you guys give each other report cards like A-, C+?
No, it's more of the air high five, Woo!
There you go. COVID air high five there.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Interesting.